Hello and welcome. My name is Mapeles, they, he, she, and today's pick is Homebody by Theo Parish, a graphic biography published in 2024 by HarperCollins. Another one I picked up almost exclusively because I saw it on my library's new acquisitions page. As someone who self-IDs as a bit of a homebody, the title also piqued my interest. Content notes for school uniforms and other sorts of youth gender role policing, transphobia, anxiety around coming out, and pretending you're someone you aren't. This graphic biography is rated for young adults. Keywords that came to mind reading this volume: home, purplish, coming of age, self-discovery, community, and freedom. The summary is, quote, "In their comics debut, Theo Parish masterfully weaves an intimate and defiantly hopeful memoir about the journey one non-binary person takes to find a home within themself. Combining traditional comics with organic journal-like interludes, Theo takes us through their experiences with the 100 arbitrary and unspoken gender binary rules of high school, from harrowing haircuts, and finally, the right haircut, to the intersection of gender identity and sexuality, and through tiny everyday moments that all led up to Theo finding the term non-binary, which finally struck a chord. Have you ever had one of those moments when all of a sudden things become clear? Like someone just turned on a light? A whole spectrum of people will be drawn to Theo's storytelling, from trans or questioning teens and adults, to folks who devoured Genderqueer by Maia Kobabe, or The Fire Never Goes Out by ND Stevenson, to any person looking to dive a little deeper into the way gender can shape identity. Throughout the book, Theo's crystal clear voice reminds the reader that it's okay not to know. It's okay to change your mind, and it's okay to take your time finding your way home. We are all just trying to find a place to call our own. We are all deserving of comfort and safety, a place to call home." End quote. Obviously, a very self-reflective nonfiction work, but to fill in some gaps in the bio, Theo lives in Norwich and is surrounded by cats. Part of their website that I felt really spoke to their artistic style was, quote, "choosing to see the magical in the mundane and always aiming to bring a childlike sense of wonder to everything they do." End quote. Overall, I would describe Homebody as a warm and fairly gentle exploration of coming home to yourself, although, as my content notes section points out, not lacking in opposition. I think this was in part due to its generally hopeful trajectory, and the other part is due to the general softness of the art, both in line quality and the purplish color scheme. The structure of the book was largely around what might be seen as dipping in at key milestones in one's gender journey, rather than an overall coming-of-age narrative, touching on the angst of both not being sure of how you feel about gender and sexuality, and working up the courage to ask to be seen for the person you eventually discover yourself to be. There's self-discovery through play, both cosplay and D&D character creation, the gender euphoria of binding, and the frustration of hairdressers who keep misunderstanding exactly what you are going for. A fairly quick read with many oversized page layouts, the imagery was very fantastical and expressive for a nonfiction book. Looking at the intersecting identities, as I always do, gender is obviously front and center for this book, with a dash of queer sexuality. Overall, we are fairly limited to the exploration of what it means to be Theo, in particular, in contrast to the cisgender and heterosexual norms that surround them. While it is just a crumb, I did appreciate that the background characters were fairly diverse, not only in body size, gender presentation, and race, but also with some wheelchair rep, etc. Wrapping things up, a bit of a victim of the success of queer graphic novels and how many other queer graphic nonfiction I've already read, I would say that I thought it was good, aka 3 stars. Bye y'all, keep reading, and remember, all colonial settler states are a lie.
And Literally Graphic is created on land that should be given back to the traditional landholders, which in this case is, to my knowledge, the Mississaugas of the Credit First Nation, an Anishinaabe people, the Haudenosaunee Confederacy, and the Huron-Wendat Nation.